You might not even know it happened to you. You didn't grow up with bruises or obvious abuse. You had food, a roof, maybe even nice things. But something always felt off, like you were never quite enough, never quite free. That feeling has a name, and understanding it might be the most important thing you ever do. Here are the signs you were raised by a narcissist without knowing it. Sign 1. You apologize for things that are not your fault. You grew up in a house where someone else's mood was always your responsibility. If a parent was upset, you felt it was your job to fix it. So now as an adult, you carry that habit everywhere. You say sorry before someone is even upset. Sign 2. You struggle to identify what you actually feel. In a narcissistic home, your feelings were not welcomed. They were inconvenient. They were overreactions. They were wrong. So you learn to disconnect from them to survive. Now when someone asks, "How do you feel?" you genuinely don't know. Sign 3. You feel guilty when you put yourself first. Narcissistic parents make everything about themselves. Your achievements were their achievements. Your pain was an inconvenience to them. So you learn that your needs come last. Always. And now guilt shows up every single time you try to choose yourself. Sign 4. You are extremely sensitive to criticism. Even the smallest feedback feels like a full attack. Because growing up, criticism was never constructive. It was a weapon. It was used to control you, to shrink you. So your nervous system learned feedback equals danger. Sign 5. You people please compulsively. You say yes when you mean no. You cancel your own plans to accommodate others. You monitor everyone's mood and adjust yourself accordingly. This is not kindness. This is survival behavior from childhood. Sign 6. You have a deep fear of abandonment. When someone goes quiet, your mind spirals. When someone seems upset, you assume it is your fault. Because as a child, love was conditional. You had to earn it, perform for it, behave for it. So losing someone now feels like losing your safety. Sign 7. You never feel like you are enough. You achieve something and immediately move the goalpost. You cannot accept compliments without deflecting because you were raised by someone who never made you feel truly seen. Their approval was always just out of reach. And you are still chasing that feeling today in bosses, partners, friends. None of this is your fault. You were a child. You adapted to survive your environment. Those adaptations kept you safe then. But they are hurting you now. The awareness is where healing starts. When you notice yourself apologizing for no reason, pause. When you feel guilty for resting, remind yourself rest is not a crime. When you feel like you are never enough, ask yourself, whose voice is that? Because it is not yours. It never was. You are not broken. You are conditioned. And conditioning can be undone. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes choosing yourself again and again. But you can build a life that feels like yours, maybe for the first time. Follow for more psychology that helps you understand where you come from and who you can become.